Hello everyone, welcome to Pokédex, the channel where I build decks for the Pokemon trading card game. Today I have a very cool deck for you guys. This is for the expanded format. Most of its cards are legal in standard, so maybe we could build the deck in the standard format, but in the expanded we have some cards that just make this deck so much better. And those cards are Hypnotoxic Laser and Verbank City Gym. So this deck is based around poison somehow, right? Our main attacker here is Toxicroak, as you guys probably already know by just looking at the title for the video. This guy has the ability Poison Enzyme, which says prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's poisoned Pokemon. It also is a fighting type, so we can pile up some fighting energy on this guy for extra damage. So Poison Jab is going to be an attack that hits for 50 base, sometimes 70, sometimes even 90, and then you flip a coin to see if it poisons the opponent's Pokemon. So it's a decent attack. If we make our opponent's Pokemon become poisoned, they cannot hit us back on the Toxicroak, which is awesome, but we're going to try to use other ways to assure that the opponent's Pokemon is poisoned, and that's where Hypnotoxic Laser comes into play. Verbank City Gym makes the damage go up to 3 counters for poison, which is way better, so that we can hit KO our opponent's Pokemon, and all our attackers are non-EXs, so we only give out 1 prize in trades, which makes it a little bit better. Ariados is another way that we can poison the opponent's Pokemon. Because our attackers are not grass types, usually what happens is they knock out our guy somehow, and then we use Ariados to poison their active and our active, and we retreat into the second Toxicroak. Usually that's what happens. If you're asking where can they even knock out our attacker, because we are protected by Poison Enzyme, well, there's stuff like Switch, there's stuff like Escape Rope, there's stuff like AZ, there's stuff like Olympia. I know I mentioned a lot of cards, but most decks just play like a couple of these. Floatstone doesn't help you at all because you retreat and the active Pokemon will be poisoned now. And why is that, you ask? Because of the new card from Sun and Moon, Toxapex. This guy has Toxic Spikes, the ability, which says whenever your opponent's active Pokemon retreats, their new active Pokemon is poisoned. That's the opponent really has to play a switching card, because if they either discard energies to retreat or if they use Floatstone or whatever, the active Pokemon just gets poisoned. There's another time that the opponent's Pokemon is not poisoned, which is when we kill them, when we actually take prizes. Their new Pokemon that they promote is not poisoned, and usually that means that the Toxicroak is going to get knocked out, so that's when we will be using Ariados Poisonous Nest, if we don't have the Hypnotoxic Laser, obviously. The rest of our Pokemon is pretty easy to explain. We have a couple of Shaymin and a Jirachi. Jirachi X, once again, so much better in decks that use Level Ball like this one does. As far as the items go, we have 1 Computer Search, the 4 Hypnotoxic Laser we already mentioned, 2 Level Ball, 1 Startling Megaphone, which is an important card because we live and die by the abilities, so we play 1 Startling Megaphone, 1 Xerosic to get rid of those pesky tools from Garbodor. We have 1 Super Rod to shuffle some guys back, also some energy, 4 Ultra Ball, for VS Seeker, the 3 stadiums that we mentioned, Verbank City Gym, so important in this deck, really helps us with our damage output. 2 Lysander, sometimes we want to take a knockout in a specific Pokemon, sometimes we want to put something active and then the opponent might be preparing a Pokemon on the bench, attaching some energy, so we bring it to the active ourselves, even if we're not killing it, we poison it, and then the opponent cannot deal damage to us with it. So that's Lysander, so important in this deck. We have N and Sycamore as usual. Well, it's actually Juniper, so we have 3 N for Juniper in here for the card draw supporters. We don't really play Trainer's Mail or anything like that, so I felt like the 3rd N was going to be important. And then we have 3 Floatstone, also very important card. We don't want to squander energy around because you only play 4 basics that we can play on our non-fighting types, because we are playing 4 strong as well to increase the damage. So Floatstone really important, especially if we have a Toxapex in play, which retreats for 3 energy. That's the deck. I think it's quite fun. If there's anything that I could change here, I'd like to be able to add like a couple of what's the name of this? Focus Sash, because it would probably help us if the opponent's Pokemon, like if when we take a knockout, if we have a Focus Sash on the Toxicroak, they hit us back. They don't kill us because of the Focus Sash. But the deck is a little bit stuffed. Maybe we could get 1/1 Ariados, but I don't know. I really like having this guy as an extra way to put our opponent to under poison. So I don't know. I think it's really hard to get cards from this deck because it's already like we need so many Pokemon lines to make it work. But yeah, it's fine either way. So it's not obviously not going to be winning a lot of tournaments. This is not the most competitive list. But I think it's quite fun and quite cool to win some matches with this deck. So let's see if we can manage to do that and play some games. On to our first match against the Water Colorless deck. This is Greninja, which I think is the most popular thing. The ability kind of wrecks us, because our ability only protects us against attacks, but at the same time, let's see, yeah, he hits us, even if he hits us with Shadow Stitching, I guess when he retreats, our Toxapex's abilities are on, so yeah, we start off with the Shaman, which isn't great also, but yeah, if this is Greninja, we are in a little bit of trouble. Or maybe not, we'll see. We'll see what our opponent has in store for us, and he's going first, and we start off with a Shaman, which isn't great, but... oh, okay, so it's Water Box or something like that. I mean, there's a Lapras, there's a Stadium immediately coming down. I like that actually, because the Stadium is kind of annoying, and if we manage to get rid of... oh, 2 Fury Belts, I love that. If my opponent doesn't end, well, if he does end, I also don't mind that too much, because my hand is not great, let's put it that way. But our opponent didn't have that much of a first turn also, so yeah, definitely playing this. Definitely playing the Ultra Ball, discarding, I guess, 1 laser and the Lysander. Maybe could have saved the... yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's go Jirachi. Yeah, we play the Jirachi for... yeah, because we're playing Jirachi first, I think we should have kept the laser and discarded that via Seeker instead, because we would have played 2 lasers in case the first one doesn't put our opponent to sleep, and... yeah, it doesn't, so we would have... it would be better to keep the other laser. Okay. Minor mistake, hopefully it won't hurt us too much. Okay, this is an Ultra Ball, and I guess I'll discard these 2 guys, because I can shuffle them back immediately with that Super Rod. And I'm just getting my Croagunk, so that I can... Croagunk, sorry, so that I can immediately play my energy. And we're going to Shaman for 6, that's very good. Let's shuffle these guys and play the Shaman. Yes, I do want to draw cards, thank you very much. And I'm seeing... oh, 2 basics, that's very nice. Very nice indeed. Quite happy. The only thing that I'm not happy about is having spent so many slots doing this, so that I can't have the second frog down, start charging it up, which usually is very important, but oh well. Better than nothing. Our opponent heals off the damage, obviously. Need to get rid of that Stadium. See a Trainer's Mail. They didn't have Supporter last turn, right? So we see a Ranger. That's also not going to do a whole lot against us. Yeah, my opponent just collects. It's very nice to have Lapras for that reason. Oh, nice, we drew the Evolution, that's cool. So let's Ultra Ball for... let's see. Okay, we do not have the Ariado, so we go for the Toxapex, which is probably what we should be going for here anyways. If we get an energy, we can attack this turn. Yeah, we do get energy. I can even play this Floatstone on the Toxapex, just because if our opponent Lysanders us. we want to be able to get out of that. And if he plays the N, we also want to be able to. I mean, we would lose the opportunity to play the float. Although I have to remember there's megaphones in the format because I'm playing expanded. Okay, our opponent plays an energy there. We see an Ultra Ball, so he does have card draw this turn. I'm assuming he goes for a Shaman. I know he's not playing Hoopas, which makes sense because Lapras is a GX, not an EX. I know he's not playing Hoopas because I saw the typing before the match started, if you're wondering. Ultra Ball for Articuno. Does he have a Shaman already? Yeah, he must have. Like, who would play this in their right minds, right? Yep, there we see the Shaman for 4. He's probably playing a supporter as well. See another Trainer's Mail. He's gone through a lot of them. Ultra Ball again. Question is he playing that maybe for a Manaphy or something like that? Even like Manaphy doesn't really scare us too much, because when they retreat, that's one of the best things with this deck. So once we get Toxapex out, he's in a lot of trouble because his deck doesn't play any switching cards like Escape Rope or Olympia. I don't think. I think it only goes with Manaphy, and that's actually retreating. So it means the active will be poisoned. So we only have to look for like avoiding knockouts when the opponent knocks us out. What is our opponent even doing here? I think he has to GXs, but that cannot be great. Yeah, that seems really bad. Because we get paralyzed, but afterwards we pass, and the opponent has to like muster something, or else we just knock out his Lapras. Well, we're not necessarily knocking it out. So it's at 70, it's going to be at 80, and then he heal. Oh, Computer Search, that's perfect. I think we snap Computer Search for a Stadium. So I discard these 2 cards, and I'm going for a Stadium. Oops, not this one. I almost took out the N. Yeah, we play the Stadium. And I think we pass, just like that. Like, don't really need that much else. The opponent has used the GX attack, so next turn we can attack him. He might retreat the Lapras from something else, but I don't think he's getting out of this. We're just going to hit for 70, and if he doesn't heal off the poison, yeah, we're just going to kill his Lapras. So might as well play the N first, because we're not seeing. Yeah, he's drawing an extra card, but afterwards, if we needed to play N, we couldn't. So might as well just put this thing to good use. And oh, okay, the opponent just concedes. I guess he saw the writing on the wall. We just got him. Like, against some decks, once again, as I mentioned in the deck building, a lot of decks don't play switching cards, so we just make their life really, really complicated once we get Toxapex out. And that's what happened here. So I'm quite happy to have gotten a match win against a strong deck. So let's go play another match. And let's see what our second match brings us. This is kind of a scary assortment of types. So we see Psychic, we see Metal, we see Dark. Maybe this is the new Solgaleo Dark, Turbo Dark deck. I don't know. We lost a coin flip, so our opponent is going first, adding Insult to Injury. I don't really know what to expect out of his deck, but it seems like a very professional assortment of typings, if you will. So maybe I'm expecting like a really competitive deck, which is not the greatest for us, because once again we're playing like this crazy fun idea. But okay, we got 3 basics. I will put them all down. If the opponent wants to end, be my guest, because I still have a decent hand, so if he doesn't end, I'm not losing anything. What I want to hit on the first turn is, I guess, an energy. So this Ultra Balls will trade for a Shaman probably. Ooh, we see a Giratina, the one that protects against abilities from Break Pokemon, which we have none in this deck. So it's a dud from my opponent, but I guess that's his starter. So he plays X-Maniac. So our Ultra Balls were going for a Shaman. Oh, nice draw with the Sycamore, because I don't want to end. Because the X-Maniac kind of tells me that the opponent doesn't really have that much going on. So I'm just going to Ultra Ball here. I guess I get out the Spinarak. I only have one, I have to be careful. Another idea for this deck is playing a Shadow Triad instead of the whole Ariado Spinarak line, but okay, let me just attach here. I think I attached to the bench, because if this is Turbo Darkrai, they might just knock us out, and let's keep our hand because it's very good. As I was saying, like a Shadow Triad could maybe replace that line and grab us more space in the deck, but at the same time, like we usually get, when we KO something and the opponent promotes some other Pokemon, that's when they get out of poison, and that's when they kill our frogs. So we get hand. Hopefully we draw a nice hand. And in those hands, when that happens in a game, we want to be drawing cards to draw into the energies and all that. So it's not great to spend the turn playing a supporter just to poison our opponent. Zorua is a little scary, but it is weak to our typing. So, oh, nice, we drew the frog. Let's play it on the bench. Let's attach the strong, I guess. And what I'd like to get here, so I'd love to be able to avoid, like, we do have the Lysanders in there. We could go for the Jirachi, but we don't have a way to retreat. That's basically the problem, because we want to get rid of that Zorua. So I'm playing the laser just because it doesn't really matter too much here. If my opponent evolves into Zoroark, they can step in and avoid the poison, which is a little awkward for us. We get the Jirachi, but we don't have the way to retreat, so we got one piece of the puzzle, but not the other. So maybe I N, or maybe I just, I don't know. Do I do nothing here? Yeah, it kind of hurts me a little bit, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, if the opponent has Lysander in hand, I guess we are kind of in the back foot, but at the same time we do have the Lyser. And if we poison him, unless he plays a Zorua this turn, there's really nothing he can do to get out of poison. So he's not killing our Toxicroak the following turn, unless he double Lysanders, which I guess is a thing. Hopefully he cannot do that. Actually, maybe I should have played the end, because I need to draw into the float and the Lysander here. Yeah, maybe I should have. Okay. Oh, is he going to attack us this turn? Oh, he is, huh? I don't know if I would have pulled the trigger. Like, we're in no way to poison our opponent from his perspective, but we have 5 cards in hand. I don't think I would have done this if I were my opponent. So let's see. Do we end? Yeah. Because we're killing his dude. We don't even need to poison it. We drew the Toxapex, so I'm going to put it down, because why the hell not? I also found an energy, which is great. So I'm putting it on the bench. And now, do we play the stadium? I don't think we do. Although, the opponents, we haven't played any stadium, so maybe we do, yeah. The opponent hasn't played a stadium yet. Maybe they play very few stadiums, so we might just get it out of our hands. And we hit this guy for 140 because of weakness. And we draw a prize, which is another Verbank. The opponent promotes his Giratina. He's kind of stuck. Maybe that's what we need to kind of win against a serious deck. Although my opponent is playing Zoroarks and all that. Whoa, what the hell is that? This is not the metal type that I was expecting. I guess he really wants to beat Trevenant. I guess that's what my opponent is aiming for. Like, Zorua Oh, he's got Zeb Strike as well. So it's a very specific meta deck. In Expanded, is there a lot of like lightning weak Pokemon in Expanded? I guess there's Yveltal, but Yveltal, they can stop you from evolving. They can do a lot of stuff to you. I don't think Zeb Strike is good against Yveltal, actually. They also have... Any Max's target is good for them. Well, this guy is also playing Max Elixir, okay. It's a very interesting deck from my opponent, that's for sure. I think he's kind of stuck on supporters and card draw, because I actually like to see what his deck has, like what other cards, what is his strategy and all that. As it stands, I might just Lysander out that Magearna and hit it. Although it can kill us if we don't hit. Yeah, this is hard. If we like, I think I just, yeah, Poison Jab. Like the Magearna, if the opponent retreats, the Magearna gets poisoned, so it doesn't deal damage to us. And if we Lysander it out, the opponent could just DC and attack us, and that doesn't seem great. So let's see what happens. Via Seeker, huh? We'll Seeker more, okay. I guess as long as it's not a Lysander, we are fine with it. Well, Switch also hurts us. Okay, the opponent played a DC, so I'm kind of glad I didn't Lysander out that thing. And the opponent retreats, huh? That's very curious. I might, like, the opponent might have missed that we had Toxapex. Because this is a fairly, like, I don't think anyone is playing this deck, basically. So, yeah, we just keep attacking. Like, I think the opponent might have made a mistake. But at the same time, like, it's hard to play against decks that you don't know. So, I guess that's totally the advantage of playing rogue decks, by the way. It's definitely one of the reasons to do it. Maybe you could have ended there. But I mean, I really like my hand. I don't think I can afford to just... Oh, that's a scary one. Because that guy can avoid the poison. But he's not doing that this turn, that's for sure. And he puts the Floatstone there. And also attaches an energy, so kind of have to get rid of that dude. That Duderino. Ooh. What the hell is my opponent doing? Okay, so he's protecting his prizes by retreating there. But I don't know, I mean, I don't even need to attack the Giratina. Just passing. We'll kill it. Or Nariadas, okay. This is a cool one in case my guy dies. Maybe I just Jirachi for the Lysander. Oh, we have a Zero Zik actually. Yeah, I think I Zero Zik his energy there. Because now, like, I get rid of this energy and now he only has one attacker. Which is awesome for us, because we only need to, like, even if we don't find an energy, just if we only find the Toxapex, we just poison his dude. And he cannot kill our second guy. But I think he will be able to kill the first one, unfortunately. But I think this is the correct play. Maybe we should have just Lysandered, but I don't know. Oranguru, okay. That's a good one for my opponent, I guess. Like, he's drawing... I think Oranguru is going to draw him a lot of cards, which is kind of one thing that my opponent has needed since the start of the game. Is my opponent going to Lysander something out? He is, okay. It's the Ariados. So I just need to find an energy. Oh, he might kill our Ariados, but... Yeah, he's going to, isn't he? That doesn't seem great. Like, he's taking a prize, but I'm killing this guy. Like, he's not attacking my attacker, so he's not getting rid of energy or anything. It's not really hurting us. Like, imagine that we fail to poison him. We're still killing his dude, right? Like, yeah, just poison jab. I guess the worst thing that could happen to us is an N, but we basically only need like a way to get an energy and Toxicroak, or even not an energy, like just a Toxicroak and laser. So there's a lot of stuff that we can grab that helps us. The opponent plays a Sycamore. He's gone through a lot of stuff. His carrier cards are the 2 Zoroarks that are gone. I don't know if he plays anymore. Seems like one of those mixes of... Why is the... Oh man, yeah, the opponent is making a lot of mistakes, I feel like. I know he wants to attach to the bench, because he wants to attack me. Actually, that makes sense. Actually, this play makes sense. He's giving the knockout, but he's charging up his attacker for after I kill his Magearna. He promotes the other one, and it just knocks me out. So I guess that's fine. Grabs a Taurus, which is also weak to fighting types. So I guess the typing on Toxicroak is actually quite helpful. Oh yeah, I was considering like playing against Darkrai Turbo. I was thinking my opponent was playing like Darkrai Turbo, and that would be a scary one, but oh, this is nice. It's one last piece of the puzzle that we need. Do we Sycamore? We have a VS Seeker here, so maybe I just grab this guy and start hitting it. Oh, we can just take off the energy, and now he needs exactly like a DCE, and we can still find a way to kill him. Oh my god, you know what? Yeah, this was actually a mistake. You know what we should have done? Like, oh my god, what have I done? This guy has 160 HP, right? So we should have 0-zicked away the Fighting Fury Belt. It would have died, and then my opponent would have been forced to promote something else, and we have a Hypnotoxic Laser in hand, so it would be instant poison on the second attacker. So we just messed up. I hope this doesn't come back to bite us in the rear. Like, the worst thing that could happen here is the opponent go DCE N, and we would be N to 1 card, and maybe we don't find our... Oh, Jesus Christ, that would suck majorly. Ugh, the opponent didn't play an N, luckily for us, so... Oh my god, this was super... Yeah, this was really bad. Sorry guys, every time I mess up, I feel like I'm failing you guys, because I really... Oh, this is nice. Oh, actually it isn't, because I need to find... I would like to bring Oranguru to the active, but I cannot do so, because I need the Toxicroak. So I need to play the Sycamore, I guess. So I'm just going to play the Stadium, because why the hell not? Play this thing, I guess, on this guy. Yeah, play the Spinarak. We have 6 cards in hand, so yeah, I laser, and I think it's worth it to Shaman. We draw 1 card, but it's potentially the card that wins us the game. Like, if it's the Toxicroak, we actually draw 2 cards. If it's a Toxicroak, oh yeah, we got the Toxicroak. Wow, nice. This is a win. We don't get punished by our mistake, but that's cool, I guess. Our opponent was always on the back foot this game, despite taking some knockouts here and there. I don't think he knocked out the guys that he should, so we just managed to win this one. That's nice. Yeah, but we should have, like, that was definitely a misplay. Should have 0-zicked. It's kind of hard to like, sometimes I do make mistakes. I'm saying we because you're on my team, but it's definitely my fault. Sorry about that. I feel like I'm failing you guys. No one likes to watch videos where the player makes a lot of mistakes, so sorry about that. But the important part is that we identify the problem, so we know what we should have done, which would be 0-zick away the Fighting Fury Belt. The opponent's guy gets knocked out, and we immediately laser whatever he puts in front of us. Which would assure that we wouldn't get knocked out the following turn. So yeah, that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like really blessed, hashtag blessed, by getting 2 matches that I managed to win back to back. Like, I was expecting a lot worse from this deck. But I have been playing it actually a little bit here and there, and I got some losses, I got some wins, and I actually got to this list that I kind of like. I hope you guys try it out and tell me what you think in the comments below, and I guess I see you guys next time. Bye!